All right, guys. So our first attack that we'd like to demonstrate from the shell is going to be one that's definitely a little bit more of a gi-oriented move, but it's a personal favorite, and it's one that teaches you a great deal about how to move and how to slide underneath the other person. And when you get really, really comfortable, it definitely, you can pull this type of stuff off no gi. It just takes a lot of finesse in order to actually do it without trying to force people over. This is called the Shaolin sweep, or at least that's how it was taught to me, named after Vitor Shaolin Ribeiro, a great jiu-jitsu champion and MMA champion from Novo União, who has a school in New York, if you ever want to pop in there and learn how to do it from the man himself. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is marking my partner's weapons and bringing him over top of me and dumping him. It really follows the same kind of progression as every other sweep in the universe. It's just super cool, works really well, and also one of those things that it's probably easier to learn in the gi, and then once you get the feel for it, you bring it over to no gi, and it's a lot easier. I think this is something I really would have struggled to learn. It would have been damn near impossible to learn if I had started with no gi and started with punches. So again, the gi is fantastic. It's always great, but used as a training tool. No gi is fantastic. It's always great used as a training tool. The end game, the real thing that we're all trying to be able to do is be effective in a fight. Obviously, we want to win grappling tournaments, do stuff like that. It's really cool. But don't get lost in the game. Otherwise, we'll eventually lose the martial art that is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So here we are on the shell. All I'm doing is, this is I'll show the movement and then we'll do it. So I'm checking Adam's arm, driving across. He presses into me. I rock him over and dump him to you guys. And I would try to end up on top. Let's see if we can shoot back in here. This way I actually project people a little bit. So I'm in my shell. You can also do this from like a scissor half, was kind of the traditional position. You'll see people, Robson Moura was also fantastic at this, probably still is. I'm driving, giving a little bit of pressure. I bring Adam to me on top of my knees. And if you see, I can hang out here. This is also a great place to go to his leg if you so chose. Dump him head over heels. Land yourself back on top. So your overhead style sweeps, whether it's this one or can I close guard overhead sweep real quick? Yeah. So check this out. It's kind of works on the same deal. So I'm just in the close guard instructional, obviously, but give a little pressure. You can do all of the same thing. Like that's Roberto Holeta from Gracie Barra way back, a fantastic champion at middle heavyweight black belt. Overhead swept, I think, Saulo Ribeiro one time in the finals of the World Championships, arm locked right after. It's usually done with the sleeves. Chris Moriarty actually taught me that a long time ago. Chris is a phenomenal grappler and then went off to do medicine, I think. But anyway, what you're doing is you're dragging this person over top of you, which again, in the gi, you can get away with being a little bit spazzy. No gi, you got to be relaxed, or it certainly helps quite a bit. Unless you're trying to pick up a child. You're dragging, you're giving a little bit of press. You're dragging this person over top of you. You're loading them up on top of your thighs and bumping them over. The Shaolin sweep doesn't go on your thighs. The Shaolin sweep goes on your shins. So works nicely from the shell or from the scissor half. The reason I don't like the scissor half at this point, this is a great way to get beat up, like in a fight. Like just, I'm like, oh God. It starts to look really creepy and unsettling because I'm not protecting myself adequately and thinking that this is going to get the job done. Give it a try, you'll see. So if we come back though, cool, I can press in. I have an undergrip this time as opposed to around his knee. I'm just making sure that Adam's left hand doesn't touch the floor. So I'm guiding it. If I'll let push off me and go away. I'm like, ah, crap. The harder I grab here, the easier it is for him to go that way. So I'm driving, expanding my body. As I feel pressure, I release, and I'm taking him dead sideways at the barrel roll. And if you want to be, again, ninja, you can go back into the legs, you do whatever floats your boat, you know what I mean? As you get better, you start to realize that you leg lock people when they're blocking you from doing other stuff, the like obsession that we can have when we leg lock people. Again, I love leg locks. Leg locks are great. It's fantastic. I do them in fights as a way to get a hold of people, but you'll start to see that, like, for the most part, the answer when you shoot people is to pass their guard. Don't go backwards towards their feet, go up towards their head. Now, one more time again, and see how this thing goes. So here, you go from all, you can play it from scissor half if you want to learn it, however feels right for you. Again, what I'm doing is I'm dragging Adam over top of me. I am becoming the floor for him. I'm expanding off my shoulder, bringing him to me. I actually, I was serious. I was doing this in match one time. I actually had it was pretty cool. I actually have a great Polaroid from down in there.
Oh, well, if you were busy grappling, how did you manage that?
It's actually it's because I was invited. I'm serious. It's nice.